Great expectations. Use of irony. There is a tendency to say that many professors, analysts, and common readers believe that Great Expectation was possibly the best work of Charles Dickens. Perhaps it was because of the diverse themes displayed by Dickens, which modulate as the story progresses. A clear example of the measures taken by the author to create diversity is the application of irony. Dickens uses irony to create suspense and conflict in plot events related to Estella, Miss Havisham, the convict, Joe, and Mrs. Joe. The relationship between Pip and Estella is very complex and ironic. It keeps the reader entertained with the humor. A major irony of situation occurs when Estella kisses Pip after insulting and degrading him. The reader becomes confused with Estella's action and feels sympathy for Pip. Dickens portrays Miss Havisham in a very unique way. There is a dramatic irony between Miss Havisham and Pip. It is ironic how she wanted to watch him become miserable just because he is of male gender, and ironically she grew to like him. She even paid for part of Pip's expenses for the partnership. Yet what is more ironic is that Miss Havisham does not praise herself for the good deed. In the beginning of the novel, Miss Havisham displayed a harsh, cold attitude towards Pip. As the novel ends, Miss Havisham's attitude completely changes. She realizes the pain she has caused to Pip and apologizes to him. Because of her positive attitude, she becomes more likable to audience. Third person to have an odd effect on Pip is the convict. One of the greatest examples of irony is brought out in sudden confrontation between Pip and the convict. On page 12, the convict speaks to Pip, "Get me a file." Paid the man, and later in the life the man repaid him. It is ironic how the convict takes from Pip then later gives him back. The convict whom Pip feared later become his benefactor and also was the real father of Pip's first love, Estelle. The convict Abel Magwitch is not as bad as the audience felt. There is little twist in the novel. It is ironic in that he is Pip's father's figure, yet Pip and Joe act more like friends or brother. Finally, there is the relationship between Mrs. Joe and Pip that consists of verbal irony. Pip says, "My sister Joe Gregory was more than 20 years old. Then I established a great reputation with herself and the neighbors because she brought me up by hand." There are many different ironies Dickens used to create suspense and conflict between Pip and the other gave the novel flavor. It keeps it interesting and keeps the readers awake. There are many lessons learned through Dickens' use of irony. An example in the irony between Abel Magwitch and Pip, which teaches those good things may come from bad or that you cannot judge a book by its cover.